I'm Amy from Blue Seal Equestrian, and welcome back to the Ride of the Week series. We have had a little short break, so it's exciting to be back. And we have the amazing Maria. How are you?
Fine, thank you, Amy. Thank you for having me. It's nice to see you again after such a long time. And I'm glad to see you recovering nicely.
Thank you. It has been a bit of a time. And you were my first instructor.
I know, I was thinking that. That was a long time ago.
Yeah.
We're all getting really old. Well, I'm getting old and you're just blossoming into womanhood. Yeah.
Yeah, I think when I started riding with you, I had a little Shetland pony called Bambi.
Yes, and then you went onto a little grey that reared.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that one very well.
Yeah, that was a bit of a scary time.
Dreamer or something.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, it's been a really awesome time, and it's always so nice to look back in the past, and it's awesome to have you here and to be chatting again and to catch up.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about you growing up and how you got into horses.
Okay, well, I didn't come from a horsey family. No one in my family really had anything to do with horses, but I felt like I was born with this absolute passion for horses. I think from as little as I can remember, every time I saw a horse, I've just been captivated from them, basically from day one. Their whole physicality, the way they think, just their beauty, everything. And so the love has always been there, and then, but we were not very well off, and so I never really got opportunities to ride. But when I was kind of in primary school, they'd always be like, "What do you want for Christmas?" And we'd just be like, "Oh, riding lessons for a term, riding lessons for a term," right? And so sometimes I got them, and sometimes I didn't.
Okay.
So I'd started going to a local riding school, and I mean, it was just like downhill from there. My parents had no chance. And so I, did that, and then I was very blessed, I suppose, to have done kind of okay at school. So when I finished school, I had options of what I could have done, and all our family were like, expecting all this like tertiary education. What are you going to do? I'm going to be a riding teacher, because by then I'd been exposed to it a bit.
Yes.
And I'm going to be a riding teacher, and they were like, and then what are you going to do, if that doesn't work out, or if you get tired of that? I'm like, no, I'm going to be a riding teacher. I was like, how can they even ask me that? That's not even a question,
What silly question is that?
And so eventually my parents kind of gave in, and so the way
they realized they were on the losing path.
Absolutely. So our qualification, our top qualification we had there was called the Horsemaster's diploma, which you did was...
And sorry, interrupting, where is that?
In what was Salisbury, Harare, Zimbabwe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
A very, very good riding scene there, very advanced, fancy indoor arenas, very, very good, very influenced by the British culture, was still very strong in the equestrian sports. So I wanted to do my Horsemasters. And it was a 11-year course which exposed you to all areas of riding and all that. And I begged my parents, and eventually my mom went and said, "Okay, Maria would like to do this," and they didn't want to take me. The guy said, "Look, we know how much she loves horses and everything, but she's actually just not experienced enough.
Yes.
It's more for, people that are coming on this course have all been like competing at the top levels, and they've owned their own horses, and I didn't even know how to put on a running martingale. I didn't know anything."
Yeah, you just had one or two lessons.
I had by then a few more lessons, and I was riding thoroughbreds, but they were like other people's horses and things like that. So my mom came home with this news, and I think I like howled uncontrollably for so long. I begged my mom. Eventually she went back and said, "Please just," and I said, "I promise you I'll work really hard. I'll do my best. I can do this."
You really wanted it.
I really, really wanted it. And so they let me on.
Okay.
And they let me on, and it was great. A girl from Ireland was on it, and a girl from South Africa was on it, and so it was a very well recognized international thing. And so I did that course, and it was the place had an indoor arena, so when they would have Horsemaster lessons, so everybody on the Horsemaster course, we'd have, say, a lesson at 7 o'clock at night or whatever.
Okay.
And then all the local riding instructors and riding people would come, and they could watch the Horsemaster lessons.
Yes.
So that, because they would employ people from those courses and things like that. They wanted to stay, assistants and
Yeah.
what have you. So then, you know, they'd all come and watch if it was an announced lesson like that. And anyway, I was like really gobsmacked that halfway through the course, the one lady she was a woman I absolutely idolized her. She was like just my dream role model, best rider. She came and she said to me, would I like to work for her afterwards?
Oh, wow.
She was actually an instructor on the course. She was
Okay.
one of our instructors. And so I was like, I have a job and I haven't even fit for this. This is so cool. So I went on to work for her afterwards, and she had just taken on another yard. So there were 2 livery yards. And so I managed the one and she managed the other. And then, of course, I really got full on into competing and did everything.
Oh, wow.
So it kind of started like that. But, you know, the moral of that story is it doesn't matter what background you come from. It doesn't matter what your odds are in anything in life, be it riding or anything. You can achieve your dreams. If you really are serious, people can't ignore you.
Yeah.
You can get it right.
When did you come to South Africa?
Well, you know, the war was raging on then. We immigrated in 1983.
Okay.
And I went to Grahamstown. My uncle was the manager of Bacoma Foods there, and he, you know, everybody knew like their family members who were trying to get out. And he said that they're actually looking for somebody at the local riding school to take over the local riding school. And so then I could get a job offer in writing. So, and the funny thing is I'd broken my collarbone just prior to that. So, well, a while back, and I had just come out of the sling. So I had to fly down for an interview and ride a horse. It was the first time I even got on a horse since I broke my collarbone. So I flew down, and Beresford Manning was the big East Cape guy in those days. You won't know him. You probably weren't even, your parents probably might have been married. But anyway, so I came down, then I had an interview and rode, stayed there for a week, and then I got that job. And so I was at that riding school for a bit and then came to PE in 97.
So you have obviously been teaching for a long time, and that's what you've always wanted to do. What is has been your most favorite thing about teaching?
The people and the horses. You know, I think success in life is how you can get on with other people, how you can interact with people, how you can be a positive influence in their life, in the workplace and out of the workplace, and what you can learn from them. And then, of course, just working with the horses. You know, just working with the horses has been so fantastic, and combining those two together. I think just knowing how passionate I was with horses when I was young and I couldn't get to them. I think what's been lovely for me is, you know, matching people with a horse and giving them their forever friend and seeing the joy on their faces when they've managed to, you know, have this little
things
partnership
and,
going. And yeah, that's always given me great joy. I love that, you know.
Yeah.
Getting a little 50-centimeter rider over their first jump and just seeing the look on their faces and...
Hello, boy, are you back?
Yeah.
I know it's a difficult question, but what is your biggest challenge with teaching? Or what has been your biggest challenge?
Yeah, there are definitely the highs and lows of the sport, and I think it's the passionate ones that stick with it. I think for me personally here, since I've been in South Africa, the biggest challenge has been not having my own place. You know, that is so frustrating. You know, I can remember an incident, and I mean it's happened many, many times, where you go and you set up this exercise for somebody and it's like so awesome and amazing, you know, and you do that at lunchtime and you think, oh, I've got my 3 o'clock lesson, this is going to be perfect, this is just what I want to do for the upcoming show, and then another instructor's come in at 2 o'clock and changed everything. I found that so frustrating.
Yes.
It's because you feel hamstrung the whole time, and or you go to somebody and the child and the parents and they all say, what do you want to do? She wants to jump, Sally wants to jump, and they've got like 2 drums and a pole, and you've got to try and build a career around that. You know? So not having my own place has been very, very difficult. I think that's been the hardest.
And that's
challenge.
understanding. Do you have a favorite discipline when it comes to teaching, or is it just sort of one, or like every discipline, or Do you have your favorites?
Oh, eventing, hands down. I love eventing. I loved riding in it. I just love everything about it. It's all encompassing. I think it's really a discipline where your relationship with your horse does come into play. I mean, you're not trying to get one thing right, you've got to try and get 3 things right. You know, the whole way it's structured over 2 days, 3 disciplines, and just everything about it. I think eventing is definitely my first love.
And it definitely is a fun sport. It's and you know what? It's not just one discipline. It's actually it's 3.
It is.
Which is it's cool. So it's not just focused on only jumping or only dressage. It's a bit of everything.
And I love the eventing vibe as well.
Yeah.
The whole vibe.
Yeah. Are you still teaching?
Well, I was up until I had my accident. But now they have said that, I mean, my pole picking up days are over.
Yes.
So I'm kind of trying to figure out what I can do. I've done 1 or 2 just flat work lessons.
But you want to get in there.
arenas where there's, you know, like a fence, you know, like a bench near that I can sit on because I can't stand for very long. But yeah, I you know, at the moment I don't actually know how my way forward at this stage. But see how it goes.
Yeah. What happened with your accident?
Actually, I slipped down my kitchen step after the rain, and I just landed really hard and popped a disc out, and the nerve just got crushed, and it was in the thick of COVID, so they couldn't get a theatre, and the neurosurgeon was out of town, and you know, with the whole delay, the nerve got like more and more crushed until my foot got paralyzed. Then I had another surgery after that, and I was even worse after that. And he said that, you know, no, it was really bad, and so they
Must be March.
You see how it goes.
Hey, don't eat the chair, please. Shane, well, you're looking a lot better. I mean, you are walking and doing. So, is your leg still paralyzed, or
my foot is?
Oh, your foot. Okay.
Yeah, my foot is paralyzed.
And how does that influence your walking? And has it been quite a challenge? Or
well, I have like a brace things like that, and it keeps my foot up so that it doesn't droop, and so I can walk carefully and I can drive, so that's been a huge
big
blessing and breakthrough. Yeah.
At least you're a little bit mobile.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. You know, I just want to say, just as I was chatting here, you know, when you wish things, everybody wishes for things, and you know, in the horse industry, there's something that I've wished for a long, long time, and that is that horses had a pain sound. You know, because I think everybody in the horse community loves horses. I mean, obviously this is why we get into it.
For
so
sure.
Everybody loves their horses. But it's quite difficult to work with an animal that doesn't have a pain sound because you're not really sure. I mean, if you think of your dog, you know, if you stand on his tail, it's going to scream.
Yes.
And then your immediate reaction is, oh, sorry boy, sorry boy.
Yeah.
But you know, when horses don't have a pain sound, I think they can land up being inadvertently abused, or we're hurting them with things and we don't realize.
You don't realize if it's uncomfortable, or if something's pinching, or if something's chafing. Yeah.
Exactly. You know, and certain bits, you know, we try bits on and we're not sure if they're working or not, or exactly how comfortable the horse is. And so I think my little girl wish would be that horses had a pain sound. It would just be an easy way to communicate. It would make it so much easier for them and for us and for everybody concerned, you know. It would
100%.
I would love that.
I totally agree with you.
Wish, yeah.
He's really in this.
Yeah, I know.
He's totally committed to this interview. Do you have any other disciplines that you've been involved like fully in other than eventing?
Yes. I felt as though equitation was quite an important discipline for children to start in, so I got involved with that. And then I got onto the regional judges panel for that. And I did judge in quite a few equitation shows and that. But, there would be my pupils in other classes, you know, jumping and doing things. And I found that I didn't really concentrate on it. So I kind of left that. Yeah, I really wanted to be with my pupils at the show, you know.
And that's understanding.
So I stopped actually doing that quite a while ago.
Yeah.
And just basically, I suppose my main discipline would be show jumping,
Yes.
because that's what everybody does. So it would be the discipline I've taught the most, but passion eventing, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for any up-and-coming riders, firstly, and secondly, instructors?
Well, I would say most definitely, if you want something badly enough, you can do it. If people will take you seriously, if you've got to be really serious, and you can do it, whatever you want to do, doesn't matter what background you come from, it doesn't matter what obstacles are in your way. If people see dedication in you and hunger, you can achieve your dream. So just stay positive, keep heading for it, and it will be yours.
I love that. That's
Yeah.
right. And it's so true, because
It is.
it's actually for everything in life.
It is. It is. I mean, I can't, if you want to say what is a highlight of my whole riding, teaching, every career, it's just the fact that I'm here. There is nothing on paper that I should have worked in this industry my entire adult life and supported myself in it and been and done what I've done. It would be impossible if you gave that to some statistician, I'd have come out down in the negative. So, you can do it. Don't follow your dreams, chase them.
What is your favorite Blue Steel product?
Well, look, I don't own horses anymore and I don't ride, so I'm not your top customer by any stretch of the imagination. But, the products that I have seen around and that my clients have used, I must say I've been impressed with your overreach boots. I like those overreach boots a lot, and obviously with the eventing and stuff, I love, the beautiful
Yes.
numbness. I've seen beautiful numbness come out of Blue Steel. So I would say those two. I know it's probably not. I hope you get good numbness sales and good sales.
Yeah, no, they really are awesome products. And you can also shop online at www.blue-steel.co.za. Our website, we've done a whole revamp in the last couple months, which has been
nice.
awesome. So if you haven't seen it, go have a look. And obviously our store in PE. And just a very big thank you for coming to have a chat with us at Mystery March. Thank you, boy. I know we'll do an interview soon, I promise, okay? I know you're feeling a little bit left out.
Hello, boy.
But it's okay. We will do our own little interview soon, okay?
Yes.
And it's been a really lovely morning catching up and chatting, and it's been a beautiful day. And good luck with everything. And
Thanks,
I hope you
Amy.
can get to at least be involved in the horses again with your foot.
No,
And
I'm sure.
I think you should employ a little helper to lift your poles up, and so you can get back to doing what you love.
Sure. Thanks, Amy.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as the little gold bell to send you notifications. Blue Steel does have a new YouTube channel. We've split the YouTube, the Blue Steel and the I'm Amy. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the Blue Steel page as well.